Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Resales. My name's Ryan. I buy stuff at thrift stores, yard sales, flea markets, etc., and flip them online. I do a live stream in the mornings and clip it as necessary and post it later if you're watching this. So, usually 9 a.m. Eastern is when I'm online. So feel free to jump in and ask questions, comment, all that sort of thing. And then show you what I usually did the previous day or two or over the weekend. Usually I run about 3 or 4 sales a day on my online platform. So so that's what we're going to review this morning. I had 3 sales. And posted a few things, particularly from from stuff that's been sitting around a little too long. So that's what we're going to go over this morning. So first up, a couple of small sales and one neat, like almost overnight flip. First one, this one for $7. A Adirondack Tragedy, the Gillette murder case of 1906. I thought I was going to get more for this book because there's another. This is a more rare telling of this incident. There's another more popular book that goes for a little bit less, and I think this is one that's sold out of like the museum or the gift shop of wherever this kind of occurred or nearby where this occurred. So anyway, $7 on this one. It actually comes with bookmark for the Adirondack Museum is where you buy it. But $7 sitting on a little while too, so I was happy to see this go. Next up is a nice vintage book, $8. Mother West Wind's Children by Thornton Burgess. I like grabbing Burgess books. They're good to lot up. I have a couple like this with the dust jackets I've been drawing down over time. I thought I would get a little more for. I kind of got excited when I saw them on the shelf, but they cost me $1 a piece. So I'll get $8 to $12 out of all of them. This one for $8. So this one was written in 1911. So again, pre-war books, pre-World War II for you millennials. To us, there's only one war, the war, World War II, for us who had grandparents who fought in it. But Thornton Burgess, Mother West Wind's Children, nice old looking, fun, looks great on a shelf. So I think that's going to be as a gift for somebody as well. So good fun. Next up is what's in the picture. Drugs. Boom. The Cannabis Grow Bible. $17, and I probably should have gone higher, like closer to $20-23, because it sold literally overnight. I picked this up yesterday for $1 and flipped it that fast. So new, almost like new. Not that I endorse smoking the devil's weed, but I will sell you the book. So anyway, but no, actually stuff about drugs grow and sometimes this was a very niche type of stuff. Does well. It's a niche hobby. Okay, so those are my 3 sales. That's all it went over today. We'll see how it starts going. Usually my weekend sales kind of start today. So we'll see if that cranks up and if I'm able to move anything. Did a pretty good job about listings over the last 3 days. And I'm going to hit the other thrift store across town today on my lunch break. And see if I can snag some stuff. I've been finding interesting stuff over there. I wish their books were cheaper. But but I've had decent luck there. Okay, yesterday what I posted, bought a couple things, posted a couple things. Yesterday I also bought this V.C. Andrews book, Dawn hardcover. V.C. Andrews hardcovers are okay to buy if they're in good shape. I've got one over there that's not. The best way to get V.C. Andrews books is he's got several series that are 3 or 4 books long. If you can put the series together and sell them that way, that's the best way to do it. You can get decent money. They also, the paperbacks are what they call keyhole covers, where it's cut out like over the face. Those are the best way to sell these is if you have the full series. I think there's 3 or 4 in this one. But that being said, this is still a $15 or so book, give or take. So I'm hoping to get about that out of it. If it goes for a while, I'll grab. I've got one other that's in not as great shape, and I'll put them together and lot them up for $10 or $12 and try to move them that way after a few months. So V.C. Andrews, if you see them on the shelf, like I've got a whole box, but I don't have a single complete series of paperbacks. So V.C. Andrews, if you see them on the shelf, make sure the series is complete. Get them that way, and then you can do okay at $3 to $5 a paperback, and a little bit more on the hardcovers. Finally posted this one. I showed this one the other day, The Great Physician by G. Campbell Morgan. It's a 1930s book regarding Jesus. So that's up for sale. A couple of Robin McKinley books, fantasy writer. A lot of these are going with some of the big sellers like thrift books. A lot of her books go in the $3 to $5 range off of the big sellers, which means you can lot them up at $3 or $4 a piece. I think I tried starting these probably at $12 for the pair and see. But one of the great things about being one of the great things about being a small seller is sometimes you can, what the big sellers do, like thrift books and the ones that buy books in bulk from wherever that aren't in great shape, then they post them up for $3 or $4 or $5 a book because they can still make profit because they get discounted shipping. But they have the posted their picture, if they have one. That's always irritating. Is usually the stock photo. But if you can, but one of the things smaller guys can do is you take a real picture of a real book, and that you actually have in your hands. And I don't use stock photos. I've used them for a couple of new clothing things, and I don't know that I was really supposed to. But I don't use stock photos. Take real photos of your books and post them up, and you can sometimes get a little bit more for them. And that has happened before. I may get, $10 to $12 for these 2 books when those guys are getting three to $4 sometimes. So worth thinking about. All right, more books. This is a series compiled by Curtis Hudson. It's called The Great Preaching Series. It has, it looks like about 20 sermons. This one's on mothers. I've got 8 of these books on various topics. Patriotism, New Year, Thanksgiving. There's actually about 20 something in this series. I picked all these up at a local thrift store for, I think, $1 a piece. And so I had them on a couple of Facebook theology book groups, and they didn't sell. So I decided to go ahead and put them on Facebook. I think I got them up there for like $35, $40 for the lot, and I'll take 20 to 25 without really blinking if somebody offers that. But there's some really popular and some not so great preachers in here. There's Spurgeon here, Bob Jones, John Rice, D.L. Moody, H.A. Ironside, Hugh Pyle, Jack Hiles. So yeah, this runs from guys who have, fallen off because of not fun things. A lot, like I think there's Spurgeons in every single one of these. T. DeWitt's Talmage. So it runs a pretty wide gamut of theological, Protestant theological preachers in here. The book that's got Spurgeon in it can't be all bad. So anyway, that's those. A couple shirts. These are Diamond Supply tank tops, size large. They got them for about 15, 17 a piece up. I don't even think these cost me $1 a piece. Good condition, but these are up. I put these up for 15, 17 bucks. I don't know that it's the right time to be selling tank tops, but when they're that cheap, that's the time to get them. So I tossed those up. I also put a lot of stuff up. I had a lot of clothing that I hadn't moved yet to Poshmark, and I put a lot Poshmark I do as a secondary. And I actually wind up spending. Don't usually actually draw a bunch of money off of Poshmark. I actually keep a balance there because sometimes I buy some stuff. So anyway, that is everything today. I think I need to get these posted. Christmas is coming up, so if you got Christmas stuff, you need to get it out there. I've got I've made a couple of Christmas sales so far, the stuff I posted. And I've got a full box of these teardrop style ornaments of various, see that's a bigger one, various sizes. And I need to, I think I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I got almost 50 of these in this box. So Mama gave them to me. I need to get those up. That's I think my last of my Christmas stuff I need to get posted. That I managed to squeeze it. I was handed to, hey, go sell this. So anyway, that is today. Like I said earlier, I stream most mornings when I have time around 9 a.m. Eastern. So this Friday tends to be a little bit later because I hit the Friday morning yard sales. I run a loop around where my office is in the neighborhood to see if anybody's out there. And so sometimes my streams are a little bit later. Usually by 10 o'clock I'm on. So come check out my live stream in the morning. We'll hang out together, drink some coffee, like, comment, subscribe, ask questions. More than willing to answer some stuff. If I get a few more built up, I usually answer. I'll answer in the comments, but if I get a few more built up, I may run a Q&A answer on one of these once I get 3 or 4 built up. So that's where we are. Y'all have a good one.